Most Christians are curious about sex, but they have a hard time finding good information. They end up feeling like God and sex are on opposite ends of a spectrum. They've heard sermons that were insufficient at best. They've been exposed to pornography, which is a really inaccurate portrayal of sexuality, and they've grown up in a culture filled with shame around sex. This means they've often absorbed harmful messages about sex, like sex is just for men, that thinking about sex is automatically lustful, that sex is dirty or bad, or that intercourse is just a part of marital duty. And yet, something tells them sex could be a good part of their lives, even fun. I'm Brandy Harris, a marriage and family therapist and licensed professional counselor. I created The Truth About Holy Sex to help Christians heal from damaging messages and experiences and learn accurate information from evidence-based research and biblical scholarship so that as followers of Jesus, they can enjoy their sexuality and sexual engagements as a part of who they are, designed for good.
Pleasure is the ability to know what feels good to you. There are so many people that have completely ignored how they feel and what they need and what works for them because they've been operating usually in a codependent way or a people-pleasing way where they're just doing what they're supposed to do. They put their head down and do what they're supposed to do and never once think about the beautiful heart that God created in them that is unique and different and enjoys things that's different than everybody else in the world. Intercourse by itself does not create intimacy. You can have intercourse without intimacy, and it's not satisfying or fulfilling. It's just a physical practice.
I got a lot of healing from the course, which I wanted out of it, but I didn't expect to really get as much healing as I did. I was able to learn how to have safe conversations with my husband, and that were helpful for our marriage.
Yeah, and I think she did a really good job of introducing a lot of topics that then we could take and go home and talk at a deeper level about those topics that we frankly had just never talked about them before because we didn't really understand how different we were.
It breaks down the awkwardness and the barriers around intimacy and sex that I think a lot of us grew up with, especially in the church, and it just creates a very safe playing field.
My husband and I did the workbook probably a year and a half ago, and we still bring it up, different answers that we have to some of the questions, things that we learned about each other.
I really enjoyed doing the course with my husband. I would definitely recommend that if you are married that you both do it together.
Having been married 38 years, I think it surprised us how much we didn't know and didn't understand. I would encourage anyone who's been married any length of time to do this course. It just opened up just conversations that we've never had and conversations we didn't know to have, and has just been so helpful.
The full course comes with 2 physical workbooks that provide space in the margin for notes and detailed exercises and instruction for working through the content. The hope is that you will engage a friend or your spouse to work through the material together. Whether you're married or single, join us today for video teaching and practical action to help you learn and heal.